5 persons die in tanker explosion in Abo, Ika South local government area of Delta State. INEC refutes reports on destruction of 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards. Nigerian-British professional boxer Anthony Joshua encourages Nigerians in diaspora to contribute their quota to nation building.
Book your ticket ASAP, come home, come see the family, come see the friends, come see your people. It's an amazing place.
Hello and welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. I am Chinenye Nwoye. About 5 persons have been reportedly feared dead, with many properties, including banks and vehicles, burnt in a tanker explosion in Abo, Ika South local government area of Delta State. Our correspondent Ngozi Imokede is at the scene of the incident to give us more update. Hello, Ngozi.
Good afternoon.
Please, can you describe the current situation at the scene of the explosion? Are authorities still working to contain any potential risks, such as fires or hazardous materials?
Yes, when we came here this morning to get a first-hand information about what's happened, as at the time we even entered, the road safety were trying to remove the vehicle from the road, and a few seconds into that, the tanker exploded again, meaning that there is a diesel inside the truck. So everyone started running and people started giving way. But before we came, we were told that the tanker driver failed brake and he was just trying to maneuver his way so that there won't be casualties. But he was caught along the way because they said there was a vehicle that was parked on the road, and before he knew what was going on, fire came out. And this thing happened in front of 2 commercial banks. Other property worth millions of naira have been destroyed. I have one of the eyewitness encounter here. He said he was here when the incident actually happened. So he's going to give us more insights on what happened. Mr. Ogenel. So tell us.
The incidents that happened would have been under control if the road safety, the police, the VIO, and the traffic warders, they are in place to ensure that there's security on the road, because that truck that failed brake on his way coming, he tried as possible to ensure that they curb this incident, but there is a vehicle that was parked on the road. He ran into the vehicle, and that's why he fell down. The fire got everywhere. So I'm using this video to plead to this Delta State government to see into this issue, that all those illegal parking of motorists along the government road, they should look into them, and so that next time things of this nature can be avoided, because about 5 lives are lost on this incident. Please.
Okay, from what he has just told us now, earlier before this issue, we met the governor. He was represented by the deputy governor. He came in, and few hours when he came into the scene, we were told that a woman died. So he went straight to the family of that particular deceased to pay condolence. We also went to the Abo Central Hospital, where we met the MD. He told us that although they referred 2 persons out of the hospital, but they've discharged 2 others. There's a man here again who said this is his shop, and he has lost so much. He has something to say. So tell us. You said your shop is here?
Yes, I'm one of the owners of the shop that got burnt. Yesterday, I was in the village before they called me that my shop was burning. So reaching here now, I saw that everything got burnt. I'm into electronics. So all the electronics, big televisions, generators, washing machine and fridges, many lost. No single thing that come out of the building. All the occupants of the building, the shops there was raised down yesterday. So I'm calling to the federal government or state government or kind-hearted individuals to come to our rescue, to come to our aid. We are pleading for help because we have nothing to start with now. And I'm a family man, I have children to feed. So I'm begging on the government to come to our rescue, to come to our help. Anything is not too small, not too big. I beg, I plead with government.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Some persons that we spoke to off camera told us that if only the authorities were able to walk the talk, that this incident would have been averted. Because one person said when the incident happened that they were calling firefighters, but they were not on ground. That it took them a long while before they could come. Then others said, though people were running for their lives, but if only help came on time, that they would have been able to avert what has happened. The government has promised that they will walk the talk in the days coming.
Thank you so much, Ngozi, for that update. An unfortunate incident there, I must say. The federal government has introduced initiatives designed to improve and sustain food security across the nation. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari stated that these initiatives will involve partnerships with financial institutions to offer support to smallholder farmers. Musa Baba Aliyu reports.
The current population of Nigeria was put at 235,151,095 as of Saturday, January 5, 2025, based on the worldometer of the United Nations. This reflects a growth of 2.08% from the 2024 figure of 232,679,478. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari stated that current administration is aware of the implications of population growth and is implementing measures to enhance food availability.
Nigeria's population is expected to be 400 million people by 2050. But what we need to do, research in good seed, shorten cultivation period, drought-resistant crops, heat-resistant crops, and also do all year-round farming. This is something that we're looking into.
Among the initiatives aimed at strengthening the nation's food security are the promotion of environmentally friendly farming practices, identification of new strategies to encourage sustainable agriculture, and the provision of advanced equipment to improve agricultural productivity.
We recognize we have smallholder farmers, we have family farms, we also have medium holding farmers, we also have industrial. So all of these we are trying to properly define them to enable us target them for intervention.
The government also introduced measures to enhance food distribution systems, ensuring vulnerable communities have access to nutritious food through various community programs. Additionally, heavy machinery, including tractors, will be distributed nationwide to assist farmers in expanding their cultivation areas.
Mr. President has given us approval for 3 different mechanization programs. One is the John Deere, with John Deere Tata Africa, that seeks to supply 2,000 tractors every year for the next 5 years.
The agricultural sector required partnership, and we recognize this also. We are providing that, space for the ecosystem to grow in terms of our partnership with our development partners, and most importantly with the subnationals, the state. And you might recall that many of the state governors had visited us because of that.
President Bola Tinubu has approved the distribution of farming inputs for dry season farming across the country. The first batch of the beneficiaries are wheat farmers from 16 states who are receiving a 70% subsidy on all necessary inputs for the crop cultivation. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
INEC is not contemplating destroying more than 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards, PVCs, going back to the 2015 voter registration. The Commission was reacting to a report by national dailies that there are plans to destroy the uncollected cards. The Commission, in a post via its verified X handle, called on the public to disregard the report. Two-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Oluwafemi Olaseni Joshua paid a courtesy visit to Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Arewa, the chairman and chief executive officer of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, in Lagos. Joshua, accompanied by members of his family, encouraged Nigerians in diaspora to stay connected with Nigeria and contribute their quota to the nation's development. He commended Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa for her tireless efforts in building a very effective bridge between Nigerians in diaspora and Nigeria.
How are you guys? I hope you're well. Everyone in the diaspora, I hope everyone's good, had a good Christmas and New Year. I'm here live in Lagos. If you haven't been here yet, I advise you to book your ticket ASAP, come home, come see the family, come see the friends, come see your people. It's an amazing place. You have to get to know it yourself though. I can only tell you, but I can't show you. You have to be here. So I hope this message gets to you ASAP, and I'll see you in the near future.
Abike Dabiri Arewa expressed delight at hosting the boxing icon, commending him for his achievements and for being an exemplary ambassador for Nigerians globally.
The agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we want to encourage them to remember home. And I'm glad they're doing that. And beyond remembering home, investing at home. Already remittances, I mean, we've overstretched that one, over $90 billion in 5 years. But they are beginning to invest. Healthcare, education, agriculture. And you can see, you know, AJ himself, a #1 ambassador. So Nigerians in the diaspora are the #1 ambassadors of Nigeria. And the message is very simple. Nigerians at home. Let's work with Nigerians in the diaspora. We're talking about human capital development. We are the best anywhere in the world.
Success recorded by security agencies in 2024 has reopened roads and communities hitherto under siege of Boko Haram, bandits and other non-actors. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria wants the gains consolidated to totally eliminate security threats across the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
Security cannot be seen physically. However, it is an enabler that allows people to do normal business unhindered. Security experts who reeled out proactive measures deployed last year are on the same page that though there are major achievements, more still needs to be done.
Boko Haram terrorists, ISWAP, has been greatly degraded. And the import of degrading them is that it's on the clear path of total defeat. So degrading the capability of adversary is important.
To measure the performance of all of these 29, then there is room for improvement. And I think the general actually spoke to that. Achievement has been made, but then there is significant room for improvement.
They want the deployment of state-of-the-art technology for robust engagement and elimination of non-state actors still constituting threats, stressing that security is not static as the dynamics keep changing.
We enlighten our boys, we educate our boys. Some of them are incorrigible, but one or two, and when one of those exceptions occur, we don't hide them. You're all aware, we will bring them out, expose them, and then put them where they belong. But generally, we carry out training and retraining, lecturing, teaching. Even from the way I'm speaking, you know that we are from that background to teach. In the next month, I'm going to train my commanders nationwide.
More investment to technology, because if we will invest well into technology, we will be able to fish out and fast track those criminals wherever they are and deal with them decisively. Secondly, improvement in partnership between the civil organizations as well as the military organizations and other agencies.
With the Operation Safe Corridors to de-radicalize repentant terrorists and bandits working on...
To all our viewers, we say thank you. A good TV station means different things to different people. What made NTA stand out for you in 2024?
Babu shakka, babu wani gidan talabijin a ƙasar nan da ke nuna al'adu kamar yadda gidan talabijin na ƙasa wato NTA ke nunawa.
Kò sí ibikíbi tí ẹ wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ẹ ò ti lè wo ilé-iṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ NTA kétékété kódà tó fi di abúlé wa.
Standard NTA Bacharuru Oko Okpa Okadigun Okuko now NTA Kalisia Kali.
Trends, information, outstanding performance. NTA got the Steves.
For decades, we've towered high with sponsors as partners and viewers as pillars. And as we bid 2024 farewell, we welcome you to a superlative 2025 because at NTA, you can't beat the reach.
Oh, NTA say thank you.
Thank you so much for staying on. Let's now take you to Lagos State, where the Lagos State government has promised to intensify efforts towards the implementation of the Lagos State electricity law. This is to unbundle the electricity value chain and deliver reliable and affordable power to homes and business places. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this at the state government's 2025 annual Thanksgiving. Joy Ken Ababoya reports.
The annual Thanksgiving of the Lagos State government is organized by its Ministry of Home Affairs to appreciate God for the past year and pray for a successful new year.
Sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have worked salvation for him.
The wicked will be silenced in the place of darkness.
Who will bring any charge against those whom God has chosen? It is God who justifies.
Reeling out the state government's achievement last year, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu assures Lagos residents of enhanced peace, security, and socio-economic prosperity in 2025.
We must continue to make it clear that it is work not only for Mr. President, not only for the federal government, but it's for everybody, for all of us at subnational and in all levels of government, that we have to look at what we need to do. We've got a lot of work and responsibility to do to ensure that the dividends of democracy touches every nook and cranny of our nation and, of course, of our state. In Lagos State, we are very mindful of the shared responsibility, and we will redouble our efforts in every sector.
Tagged Harvest of Thanksgiving, the prayer session featured special prayers for President Bola Tinubu, Nigeria, Lagos State and its leaders, as well as the world at large. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
The Nigerian Legion has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Ministry of Defense for continuously demonstrating unwavering commitment to addressing the needs of veterans and their families. National Chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Major General Abdul Malik Jubril, made this known at a media briefing to disapprove the planned demonstration by some veteran activist group.
Therefore, call on all veterans to reject this unwholesome act and to stand united in upholding the dignity of the military discipline that we are all known for.
He said the Nigerian Legion in its 60 years of existence has never had it good, as the Veteran Federation Bill is receiving adequate attention by the National Assembly.
Demand of veteran community, including timely disbursement of our pension, timely disbursement of the SDA, the palliatives, the adjustment in salary, minimum salary wage, which is still part of what we are talking about now, is all being addressed, and part payment has already been made.
The Nigerian Legion says it remains steadfast in its mission to advocate the welfare of veterans while maintaining the highest standard of discipline and professionalism. The federal government has been implementing various social investment programs aimed at providing socio-economic support to vulnerable Nigerians across the nation. In this report, Hingino John Adams tells us more about the initiatives.
As a way of giving vulnerable Nigerians social inclusion, the federal government came up with various interventions like the conditional cash transfer, homegrown school feeding program, student loan, youth empowerment benefit scheme, and support to nano and micro businesses, among others. This, many believe, will create an enabling environment to ensure the successful realization of the country's economic reforms.
It's very, very laudable, and I think so much has been achieved. It makes the dividends of democracy, social dividends of democracy, go to the grassroots and also to the people who ordinarily will not have access to social benefits.
As government focuses on delivering social protection to vulnerable Nigerians through strengthening various social investment programs, stakeholders say transparency and effective implementation process are important.
There is a need to rejig that program, and that is already happening. I have to be sincere with you. Like I said, under the Buhari administration, beneficiaries of conditional cash transfer were being given cash. But under this administration, I think the millions of people who are now beneficiaries have to provide their bank account details. They have to provide their national identity numbers. They have to provide their BVN. They also have to have their biometric details captured in a database.
Key players believe, with many Nigerians already benefiting from the various social investment programs of the federal government, it is expected that the impact will soon be felt in the economy. In Lagos, Hingino John Adams, NTA News.
You're still watching the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Here is a quick look at our top stories. 5 persons die in a tanker explosion in Abo, Ika South local government area of Delta State. INEC refutes reports on destruction of 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards. Nigerian-British professional boxer Anthony Joshua encourages Nigerians in diaspora to contribute their quota to nation building.
To book your ticket ticket ASAP. Come home, come see the family, come see the friends, come see your people. It's an amazing place.
This is NTA News 24.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We thank you so much for being a part of it. I am Chinenye Mwe.